Well, hey, everybody, it's Barry Kleiman. Speaking again on LinkedIn's 26 Most Asked Interview Questions. Today's the seventh one, according to LinkedIn, is tell me about a time where you were successful on a team. Again, it's another one of these questions where if you overthink it and try to give some kind of crafty answer, I think you walk a slippery slope of guessing the wrong way, right, about what the interviewer is actually looking for. Excuse me. As I like to say, as you probably already know, you don't know what you don't know, but you do know what you do. And so, be as honest as you can. If you don't know what they're talking about, or you could always quantify it. Do you mean a sports team? A team, if you're a recent graduate, it could be just a team you were on in a group in college, not a sports team, just a study group or whatever it is. Me personally, as a father and now grandfather, I think my most successful part of being on a team, is being a father of two kids and three grandkids. I mean that's my team, right? I'm not suggesting that everybody has that or should say that. Look, you see behind you, I've coached basketball for many, many years. We were fortunate enough to win a silver medal in an international competition over in Israel in 2013. I would have loved to win gold, of course, but winning silver, no shame. That's success. Won gold medals. I've had high school teams that were 26-0. Honestly, I didn't think we were particularly successful because some of our kids were screwing up in school. I just keep bringing this up because the more you can grab context from the interviewer, the better off you're going to be. Because if you go by I guess, my own particular dogma of always be authentic, the best interviews are conversations, not interrogations, is that you turn this into a conversation and say, geez, again, um, athletic teams, teams in school, my family, try to quantify it. One more time, I said this earlier interviews. If the interviewer barks back at you, well, I'm asking the questions here. Just tell me when you were successful on a team. Think of something and be honest about it, right? The best thing I can think of was I was on a study group team in school, and I would say my greatest success was able to keep us up. We were all on fumes. We were pulling an all-nighter, and my biggest success was making sure that we all got through the project and got through the exam the next morning. That's obviously made up for me. But if something like that is authentic for you, just use that story. In almost all of these cases where there's no one right answer, I'll keep kind of pounding down to you if you're watching and listening and give a hoot about what I think. Um, Authenticity will keep interviews in conversation format. They're really looking to get to know you. Once again, unless you're interviewing for a job as the head coach of the Golden State Warriors or New York Giant football team or whatever it is, your answers have different context. So, this question was viewed by only 200,000 people. It's interesting to me, honestly, to think that this is the seventh of LinkedIn's 26 most asked interview questions. I don't know that I've heard it all that much, but if I thought about it, I guess it does make sense. And the reason I bring it up to you is study these questions. You can go on LinkedIn. I'll post a link to it um, in the comments. Study the questions and recognize that if LinkedIn says they were asked 26 most asked questions, that many of these questions are asked, and you should be prepared for them in some way, shape, or form. So again, this I think one more time, this is a little, bit abstract, but many of the questions are. So final thing, one more time, sorry to repeat myself, is do your level best to quantify what the interviewer is most looking for, a school team, athletic team, CYO team, family team, whatever. And if they say, well, just any of your successes I'd love to know about. And then remember, you always want to back it up with a why. I think my greatest success on a team was when I was X. And let me tell you why I think it's the greatest success, because what we were able to do was this. So again, best interviews are conversations, not interrogations. Be very, very familiar with yourself so you can tell little mini stories to back up your comment, and always be authentic. So that's it for today. I hope this helps everybody. This is Barry Kleiman, and think about the time where you were most successful on a team. It's a good question. You may or may not get it, but it's good to think about it and good for you to know to practice your conversation chops. Okay? Hope that makes sense.